Okay, so this term is about the inner resource of vitality. And what's really important about that statement is inner. So much of us assume vitality is what I was just saying, you know, that jumping around, being overexcited and energized and being able to keep up with all the demands and still having some left over at the end of the day. That is not a true reflection of vitality. What vitality is this inner resource that is a combination of calmness, of awareness, and being able to apply the inner energy to the task that is required. Not necessarily the task at hand, not necessarily the task that we need to be doing, but what is required. And a perfect example is, you know, you'll be really busy, you'll be having a full-on day and you've got all these jobs to do, but something inside of you is saying, I just need to have a deep relaxation. I just need to go and have a power nap. That's the vitality calling you. That's vitality going, come on, let's take some time to tap into this inner resource. And Yogi Bhajan, I'll read the quote again, I've read it every week, it's so beautiful. Vitality is a universal gift of consciousness, caliber, and strength. And I really, really love that because it emphasizes three important things. Last week we spoke about the consciousness. Consciousness is the energy, the source, the God that dwells within you, the divinity of your nature that has decided to experience life as you. And it wants to experience things. That's why it's here. Okay. Then you've got the word caliber. And it's a funny kind of word to get your head around in regards to a spiritual sense. But caliber is that focus, is you've got the target and you're using all the requirements to shoot straight to it. So it's pretty much, you're pushing through all the, I can't use that word, it's a swear word, you're pushing through all the unnecessary stuff that we have in our lives to stay on track. That's what caliber is, it's staying on track and letting the dramas, the neurosis, because often it's neurosis that takes away from our vitality because it's not caliber. It doesn't want us to stay on track. Our neurosis just wants to keep feeding the demoting habits. So that's the caliber, it's the drive. And then you've got strength. And strength is an interesting concept because it's very much looking at being able to keep up. But how you keep up is also then subjected to your patterning and to your expectations and judgments and self-talk. Going back to that example, if we've got a really, really, really busy day and the vitality is saying a power nap, keeping up might actually be going and having the power nap. So, and it takes strength to step away from the busyness of life, from all the craziness, from not listening to the neurosis and going right now to cultivate this inner energy to support me and support this processing and this path of who I am. I need to do this. And that is a higher priority than everything else. And that's the strength that it's referred to. And that's what we're playing around with today in class, is the caliber and the strength aspect, because they go very much hand in hand. And a beautiful example to highlight the strength in Kundalini Yoga is the work of the Nabi. So it's very interesting as we do very, as you all know, very hardcore abdominal stuff in Kundalini Yoga. Yet how many of us have six packs? It's like, you know.
Maybe Damien has a six pack.
And that's only because he started to jog. You know. And so and yet I have taught at a fitness center, and the people I taught were actually the instructors. and they represented Australia in all their forms of martial arts. They were incredible, disciplined practitioners of their art, and they used to say I was more fit than them. I had more strength than them, because yet you compare us, physically we wouldn't. Physically they were way more, their muscles were a lot more strong, but they couldn't do stretch pose. They really struggled with anything where the core, the inner core, the real core of who you are has to be engaged. And that's a really interesting thing about the Kundalini Yoga, and when you start to play deeply with the Nabi and you go into Kriyas that really use it, is you feel that strength building, and it gives you a determination, and it gives you the drive, and it gives you the belief in yourself, which is the empowerment that comes from it. And maybe a little bit of a flatter belly, but you still need the softness, because that's the duality. So that's what we're going to tap into today, the Kalabak and the strength. So let's get started. Rest our hands on your knees, palms facing up. Close your eyes. And drop into the base of the body. Allow the breath to slowen and deepen, and just start to listen. Listen to the sound of the breath. The quickest way to cultivate this inner resource of vitality and to tap it is through the breath. So continue to breathe long and deep, and bring your hands together and start to rub them. Press palm to palm, and thumbs in at the middle of the chest. Really activate the hand mudra as you breathe long and deep, allowing the neutral mind to be open. And as we go to chant the Om Namo Gurudev Namo, feel the vibration, the pulsing of this mantra traveling through your being. Inhale, exhale, and inhale to chant. Keep your hands there, exhale, and inhale while the intention is set. May I have focus, clarity, and insight, supported by the strength that comes from listening deep to the calling of the core of my essence. May this happen more than ever before for the benefit of all. And exhale. Then seal that in with 3 rounds of Ardhkarendame. Ardhkarendame, Jigadhkarendame, Satkarendame, Silguru Devinename, Ardhkarendame, Jigadhkarendame, Satkarendame, Silguru Devinename, Ardhkarendame, Jigadhkarendame, Satkarendame, Silguru Devinename. Inhale, suspend. Mula-bandha, keeping your hands in prayer position, stretching them all the way up to place of spirit. And then exhale, sweep either side of the body, palms facing up. Resting the back of your hands on the earth and breathe.